Facts about Van Damme we thought was true. Jean-Claude Van Damme, a name synonymous with high-flying kicks, intense fight scenes, and a sculpted physique that could only be rivaled by the statues of ancient Greece. He burst onto the Hollywood scene in the 1980s and quickly became an action movie icon. However, alongside his cinematic success, a plethora of myths and misconceptions have grown, creating a larger-than-life persona that often overshadows the real man. Now let's dive into the world of Jean-Claude Van Damme and debunk some of the lies that everyone thought were true. That he was a professional kickboxing champion. One of the most enduring myths about Jean-Claude Van Damme is that he was a professional kickboxing champion before becoming a movie star. While Van Damme did compete in martial arts and has a respectable record in both karate and kickboxing, his achievements in these sports have been exaggerated over time. Van Damme began practicing martial arts at the age of 10, starting with Shotokan karate and eventually earning his black belt. He also trained in kickboxing and Muay Thai, which laid the foundation for his impressive physical skills displayed on screen. However, his competitive record includes only a handful of amateur fights, and there is no evidence to support the claim that he was ever a world champion in kickboxing. This myth likely grew from his martial arts prowess and the need to create a formidable backstory for his on-screen persona. That he was a bodybuilder before acting? Another common misconception is that Van Damme was a professional bodybuilder before transitioning to acting. While his chiseled physique might suggest a background in bodybuilding, Van Damme's primary physical training was in martial arts and ballet. Yes, ballet. Van Damme took up ballet at the age of 16 and trained for 5 years. He's often credited ballet with giving him the strength, flexibility, and grace that are evident in his martial arts moves. Ballet is an incredibly demanding discipline that requires both physical and mental stamina, and has significantly contributed to Van Damme's overall athletic ability. While he certainly spent time in the gym to maintain his muscular build, his training regimen was more about functional strength and agility than the pure muscle mass focus of bodybuilding. That he was offered the role of the Predator. A particularly intriguing rumor is that Van Damme was originally cast as the Predator in the 1987 science fiction classic Predator. According to the myth, Van Damme was set to play the titular alien hunter but was replaced due to creative differences or dissatisfaction with the uncomfortable costume. The truth is a bit different. Van Damme was indeed involved in the early stages of the film's production, but not as the Predator itself. He was hired to play a different alien creature that was eventually scrapped due to logistical and design issues. The role of the Predator went to actor Kevin Peter Hall, who stood at an imposing 7 feet 2 inches, much more fitting for the fearsome character.
Come on, you ugly...
The myth of Van Damme being the original Predator likely stemmed from his brief involvement in the project and the subsequent redesign of the creature. That he was the highest paid actor of his time? During the peak of his career, Van Damme was undoubtedly one of the most popular action stars in Hollywood. However, the claim that he was the highest paid actor of his time is completely untrue. While he did command substantial fees for his films, especially during the late 1980s and early 1990s, other action stars like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone were consistently earning higher salaries. For instance, during the early 90s, Schwarzenegger was making around $15 million per film, whereas Van Damme's highest paychecks were in the range of $8 to $10 million. The perception of Van Damme as the highest paid actor might have been fueled by his rapid rise to fame and the high box office earnings of his movies, but financially, he did not surpass his contemporaries. That he had a real-life rivalry with Steven Seagal. The supposed rivalry between Jean-Claude Van Damme and Steven Seagal is another myth that has captured the imagination of action movie fans.
Thoughts on Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Can I laugh in your face?
Stories of heated confrontations and near physical altercations between the two have circulated for years. One particularly popular tale involves a confrontation at Sylvester Stallone's house, where Van Damme supposedly challenged Steven Seagal to a fight, which Seagal declined. In reality, while there was some professional competition and public trash talking, both actors have downplayed the idea of a real-life feud. Van Damme has stated in interviews that any animosity was blown out of proportion by the media and the fans. Similarly, Seagal has dismissed the stories of a potential showdown as exaggerated. The myth of their rivalry persists because it adds an element of drama and excitement to their already larger-than-life personas. That he performed all his stunts. Jean-Claude Van Damme is well known for performing many of his own stunts, particularly those involving martial arts and fight scenes. However, the idea that he performed all of his stunts in every movie is a myth. Like most action stars, Van Damme has used stunt doubles for particularly dangerous or complex scenes. Stunt coordination in Hollywood is a highly specialized field, and while Van Damme's skills are undeniable, the use of doubles ensures the safety of the actors and the quality of the action sequences. For examples, in movies with high-risk stunts such as high falls or intricate wire work, professional stunt performers step in to minimize the risk of injury. This is standard practice in the industry and does not diminish Van Damme's impressive contributions to his films. That he was discovered while working as a bouncer. A romanticized version of Van Damme's journey to Hollywood success involves him being discovered by a talent agent while working as a bouncer at a nightclub. The story suggests that his imposing presence and martial arts skills caught the eye of someone influential, leading to his big break in movies. In reality, Van Damme's path to stardom was more deliberate and challenging. He moved to the United States with the clear goal of breaking into the film industry. To support himself, he worked various odd jobs, including as a carpet layer, pizza delivery driver, and yes, occasionally as a bouncer. His big break, though, came not from a chance encounter, but from relentless networking and perseverance. His persistence paid off when he landed a role in Bloodsport, the film that would catapult him to fame. That his real name is Jean-Claude Van Damme. Jean-Claude Van Damme is actually a stage name. The actor was born Jean-Claude Camille François van Varenberg in Sint-Agatha, Berchem, a suburb of Brussels, Belgium. He adopted the name Van Damme to make it more marketable in the entertainment industry. The name change is a common practice among actors seeking to create a memorable and easily pronounceable identity in Hollywood. The choice of Van Damme was strategic, evoking a strong, distinctive persona that would stand out in the competitive world of action films. It did work, and Jean-Claude Van Damme became a household name, synonymous with martial arts prowess and cinematic action. And the real Jean-Claude Van Damme. Jean-Claude Van Damme's journey from a small town in Belgium to international stardom is a testament to his dedication, his talent, and relentless pursuit of his dreams. While the myths and misconceptions about his life add an element of mystique, the real story is just as compelling. Van Damme's true achievements in martial arts, his disciplined training in ballet, and his determined efforts to break into Hollywood reveal a man who is much more than the exaggerated tales that surround him.